Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bruce. Happy birthday to you. Folks, I asked Albert LeBrun in Connecticut, who has been ripped off and cheated and harassed by Connecticut judges for 17 years. He even took a Connecticut case down to Alabama to try to get justice, and they turned out to be just as crooked as the Connecticut judges. And so I asked him for a report what is happening in Alabama. Let me find the message for you.
I'm going to Thornton this next week on the 25th, Tuesday.
I also asked him if he could pick up my tapes in Torrington, Connecticut.
Glendora, this is Albert. I'm returning your call. I'll be going to Thornton this next week on the 25th, Tuesday, the 25th, so I could pick your tape then. No problem?
Thank you, Albert.
To answer your question about Alabama, I believe I told you that they dismissed it.
No, you didn't.
They a trick on me, and they dismissed it, and I never refiled it. I never did anything. It's too far away. They keep all my money. I even down there, you got to pay $70 every time you file a motion.
Isn't that crooked?
I filed 2 motions to put them in default. They never act on those motions, but they keep my
countrywide crooked judges.
All right, just the same.
$140 they took from
all my money back, and I'm not gonna. There's no use to go.
No justice.
Dismissed it without prejudice. That means I could refile it, but what?
This poor man.
To go back over there and to do all that again, maybe for nothing, you'll do the same thing again.
What a farce these courts are.
There you go. So
and they perjured their oaths.
We got a meeting this week, this Thursday there, and Tim West is going to be there, and apparently Tim West went to a seminar in Kentucky.
Seminar in Kentucky.
And apparently he learned a lot, and he's going to be teaching what he learned not tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. Okay? So I'll let you know how everything went.
Tomorrow night is Good Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
Christ agonized to death on the cross.
This message will be automatically deleted.
Hi, Glendora. I'm on the train to San Diego. This morning there's a train.
California.
Light rail. Yesterday I met with Sharon Green. I turned in all the paperwork.
Time Warner, Carlsbad.
And the tape in the mail. She said they will accept DVDs. They have 1 DVD player. She also said that they would, scrutinize the material, and it probably wouldn't air until June.
That's outrageous.
I don't know what that meant.
This is March.
But she seemed pretty nice, and she also said that in Del Mar there's a training a studio, and there's free classes and training, and there's, I don't know if I could take your tape over there, but I don't live in Del Mar.
I think you could still go to the classes, though.
So anyhow,
because it's part of the Time Warner system.
631-74.
Folks, there were 2 real messages and 3 telemarketers.
This is Maud. I apologize for taking so long to return the call. I was hoping I could come swing by this week, but it's not going to happen. Arthur is home, and we had to go to Massachusetts also.
Medical school, Boston University.
So I will aim for sometime next week, hopefully either Sunday or Tuesday. And so let me know how any one of those 2 days looks like for you, and we hope to see you then, okay? Have a good day, a good Easter. Goodbye.
Folks, it's my good pleasure to introduce you today Mr. Robert Leavitt, who is the president of the Friends of the Ridgefield, Connecticut Library. Hi, Bob.
How are you, Glendora?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for coming all the way over from
Oh, my pleasure. Living in Ridgefield.
Yeah, Ridgefield is a pretty nice place, I think.
Well, we think so, too. We've been there 30 years.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You worked for IBM, did you, at one time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where IBM where? Danbury? Or?
Well, I started in Endicott, New York. And then,
Oh, yes.
And then moved down in the, well, that was back in the 60s. And then in 1970, moved to Ridgefield because I got transferred to the White Plains area. And then from the White Plains area, I was up in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill.
Yes, that's all IBM.
Spent quite a bit of time in the Mid-Hudson Valley.
Yep.
And then moved back to Ridgefield. Then my job, I retired from actually the Watson Research Laboratory in Yorktown.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I've been retired for a while.
And you've been all over, haven't you?
Kind of.
And when you were in White Plains, were you in White Plains downtown on Mamaroneck Avenue or out on Platinum Mile?
Oh, I was all over. I was out on Mamaroneck Avenue. I was right in the center of town on Church Street.
Yeah.
Then I think it was at, let's see, I was at the Corvette Shopping Center in Portchester.
Oh.
And then at, let's see,
I didn't know
I was
that.
on Westchester Avenue, 1000 Westchester Avenue.
Yes, 1000.
3000 Westchester Avenue.
Yeah, that's
Kind
a
of
Platinum
bounced
Mile.
around. That's right.
Yeah, that's
I
what
guess
they call
weren't
it.
paying the rent, so they kept big
Yeah.
places around.
Yeah, and that's really Harrison, I believe, right along.
Yes, it is. That's what they call Harrison. Yeah.
Now, Bob, you retired in what year?
I retired in, gosh, it's gone so fast. I think it's 1995 or 96. IBM had one of those programs that made it very attractive.
Yeah. Yes.
to leave.
Yes. And then how did you become so generous as to volunteer as Friends of the Library?
Well, I had a friend that was working with the Friends, and she was in charge of the book sales. So she asked me if I would help her. And I said, sure, because as long as she ran the show, she could tell me what to do. Well, then after a couple of years, she decided she'd had enough. And so she left, and guess who was left holding the bag?
Oh,
the
thanks
books,
a
as it
lot.
were. So I've been doing book sales. I did book sales for probably 5 or 6 years, and I've been president now for about a year and a half.
Those book sales are a really good deal, aren't they?
They are. They're both for the people that come to them, because our books are very reasonably priced. We take pride in the quality of the books we're selling. And we certainly take pride in the amount of support we're able to give to the Ridgefield Library.
Yeah.
All of the money we earn goes right back to the Ridgefield Library and support programs there.
And also to the public. Look what those books would cost in a bookstore.
Well, that's true. On the other hand, we don't like to feel that we're competing with the bookshop. We got a very nice bookshop there in Ridgefield, and I know it's times have been hard for it. It's time for all the book dealers and stores, just because of what the internet is doing to us.
Now tell me what the internet is doing to you.
Well, you get both Amazon and eBay, and if you ever go to Amazon and look under used books or even new books, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of titles. And if you go to eBay, I'm guessing, I don't spend much time looking at eBay, but there the books it's an auction program, and there are some tremendous books that get sold on eBay. So
yeah.
And of course the prices are typically a lot less than in the retail bookstores, especially if you're looking for some out-of-print book.
Oh.
Both Amazon and eBay are great sources.
Really?
For those.
Yeah.
Of course, we like to think that we have some pretty good books too.
When's the next book sale?
Well, we're having it in the middle of May.
Middle of May?
Yeah. So we have 2 big book sales. When I say big, they're 4 days.
Wow.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And the Friday and Saturday books are full price, and then starting on Sunday,
oh yeah,
we offer for half price, and then on Monday we sell bags of books.
Bags of books.
If you're looking for a real deal, it's Mondays. But on the other hand, a lot of the good books have already been taken.
Hey, that's a good deal.
Yeah. But we're very pleased with the amount of money we're able to raise.
You know what a bargain is? It's something you don't need at a price you can't resist, right?
That's right. We like to think our prices are, you can't resist them.
Oh, I bet. These would be on Saturday in the mornings?
Well, the book sale, as I said, was on from Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All day?
Monday. All day.
Oh, okay.
The library hours.
Yeah.
Although we do start an hour, 2 hours, hour and a half early on Friday, just to kind of so people can get in ahead of the rush there.
Oh, yeah, right. So the next one is like the second weekend of May it starts, or the third? Well, we got time to tell them.
Yeah, I think it's something like the 16th.
16th.
If that's a Friday.
And next month is April 19th, I believe, National Library Week or something.
Could be. To be honest with you, I don't. I haven't really gotten involved with that. Even though the Friends in Ridgefield are members of the Connecticut Friends, there's a statewide group.
Oh, there's a statewide Friends? I didn't know that.
And I would say most of the individual library friends are members of the Connecticut Friends, and they provide a lot of support. They put out a newsletter. They have conferences. I'd say one of the biggest helps they've been is basically going to their when they have their meetings and meeting people from other friends and just getting ideas.
Sure.
None of us have a monopoly on ideas.
Where's your headquarters, the Friends of the Connecticut Life?
I think they're in Middletown.
Oh, you do think so?
Yeah.
In Wesleyan, near Wesleyan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, you got some newsletters here. Tell us what's in the newsletters.
Well, we're pretty proud of it. We put the newsletters out 3 or 4 times a year, and we like to, of course, it's to remind the members of the Friends of what we're doing and how important their support is. But we have, basically, as I said, all the monies we earn from our book sales just are plowed right back into the library. I like to express it that we're the frosting on the cake, because we provide monies that are outside of the budget that the library gets from their own fundraising activities, as well as monies from the town. And so we provide a lot of, we provide money for children's programs. There's a summer reading program. There's spring and fall reading programs for the kids. There are adult reading programs. We, both in the spring and the fall, there's a program going on at the library that where we bring in folk singers, and the library, the Friends support that. There's a thing now that we've been supporting for a couple of years called Camp Snooze, where I think it's 4th and 5th graders come in and spend a night at the library. The library staff comes in and parent volunteers, and there's storytelling and just to get the kids, so they realize you can have fun at a library. It's not all quiet.
Yeah, that's a head start for a youngster.
But there are adult programs. I've talked about adult reading programs, but we'll bring in, we'll have like a 4-part series of people that are budding writers. We'll bring in authors and come and talk about writing the world's best novel. There's a poetry group, and we bring in poets, and they come in and we'll review and actually have workshops for the adults that want to attend those poetry workshops. And then we just feel that our book sales provide a lot of publicity for the library. We don't
bring attention to it.
No, the sign out front says Ridgefield Library Book Sale. And, so that's it. We're really proud of what we're doing.
All right. So, Bob, how you doing being on TV? All right?
hanging in there.
You're getting through it, aren't you? Now, when are these book sales held?
Well, we hold them right there at the library, which is on the main street in Ridgefield, across from Ballard Park. There's a room there, it's called the program room, and we load that up, and we're getting so many books now that we've expanded and we put tents out on the front lawn.
Really?
So anytime you drive through town and there are a couple of big white tents sitting out front, it's high probability there's a book sale there. And I forgot to mention that we talked about the spring book sale, which is going to be this May 16th through the May 16th through the 19th.
Yes.
And then we have another big 4-day book sale in the fall.
In the fall?
Yeah, and that's going to be from October 17th to, let's see, on my newsletter it says October 20th.
Yes, yes.
So these, as I say, these are primary fundraising activities, although we've now expanded. I talked a little bit earlier about the impact of the internet.
Tell me,
places like Amazon and eBay.
Tell me, yeah.
And so it came to our attention with people walking out with boxes and boxes of books, and I kind of said, gosh, you guys must do a lot of reading. And they kind of smiled at me and said, no, we're selling them on the internet.
No, really?
And so we figured that if people are taking our books and selling them on the internet, then why don't we? And so for about 3 years now, we've been selling on both Amazon and eBay, and been extremely successful.
It has been?
Yeah, and each year the revenue from those sales is just going up and up and up.
Really?
So it's really been a godsend to us. I would say that probably in another year, our internet book sales will be equal to the sales from the books that we hold, the sales that we hold there at the library.
I'm surprised. Are you?
I'm pleasantly surprised, yes.
Yeah.
I personally haven't done much shopping on the internet, for anything for that matter. But it's becoming more and more people, that's the way they do things.
Yeah.
And of course a lot of the national retailers sell on the internet.
Yeah.
In fact, you find they'll have these ads that say available only on the internet, not available in our stores. So.
Well, I'll tell you, Bob. I wanted a new wig, and I didn't feel like traveling all the way up to Albany, which is 33 miles northwest. And our church secretary says, I think I can find one on the internet. Buying a wig on the internet?
Is
well, he
that
did, and I'm very pleased with it. And the price was good.
Oh yeah. No, you can't beat the price. And then, as I said, the other thing that's unique about the internet is that we can sell books on the internet that would not sell at our
oh, okay. Because you have a different.
It's a different genre. We sell reference books. We sell textbooks. Believe it or not, we sell. Occasionally, we get some books that we recognize as being quite valuable.
Who?
When I say valuable, these would be books that would sell for $75 and $100.
Truly?
Truly. And so we make sure that we put these on the internet. And sometimes the books, depending on the type of book and so forth, we'll either list them on Amazon where we list a price, and then it's kind of like a Filene's bargain basement. We go back periodically and reset the books down if they don't sell.
Right.
But then on the internet, or on eBay rather, where it's an auction site,
oh, I see.
then we can put a hurdle rate on our price.
This is very good.
And you have to have be patient, because on eBay, typically all the action is in about the last 2 hours.
It is?
They'll list something for 2 weeks, and you sit there back and nothing happens, and all of a sudden, the last 2 hours, people are sitting there and jockeying, and that's when the prices that are offered go with.
You know what a rare book is, Bob? A rare book is a book that you loan somebody and they return it.
That would be very rare. Worse yet, these days, it's books that I forget that I've loaned out and I can't remember who they went to.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, I said earlier that one of the things that the Friends do in offering, they have a lady named Leslie Lambden, and she's really outstanding for a reason. Lambden.
L.A.
Lambden. But the big thing now is, and right in the middle of it, the library has been planning an expansion. The planning going into this expansion has been literally for 3 or 4 years. There's been an architect, and he's come up with all sorts of designs. And just a couple of weeks ago, the Board of Selectmen there in Ridgefield have agreed to put on the May town meeting agenda a referendum. We've asked the town to give us $4 million as part of a $12.7 million expansion. And the Friends have, over and above the monies we've given to programs, the Friends have already given the library $100,000
Wow.
for their capital campaign, and we've pledged another $50,000.
Wow.
So for the next couple of months, we're going to be very busy. As Friends of the group, we will be contacting other people and asking them to support the referendum.
Oh.
Should the referendum pass, then they hope to start construction January of 2009.
Truly.
Yeah.
You know, we ought to videotape that referendum. We ought to videotape it.
Well, I'm not sure how you do that, but
Well, we'll get a camera from Comcast, and we'll go and videotape it, a handheld camera like this, or I'll send you my handheld camera.
well, I'm not sure the voters would appreciate that, because we'll see. It's the regular election where there's on the ballot. There are all obvious lots of town business types of items. Then there's the school budget,
Uh-huh.
and then there'll be the referendum for, as I say, the town would have to issue a bond, or there would be a bond issue for $4 million to support
Yeah.
for that, and then they're planning an expansion on the police station, so we're competing with the police station for town monies, and with the current economic environment, this isn't the best time to be going forward and asking people for.
Who has
lots
any
of
money left over after you fill the gas tank?
Well, I was looking at the prices as I drove up here.
Yes.
They're less than Ridgefield.
They are?
Oh, yes.
What are they in Ridgefield?
Well, for regular, it's like $3.40 a gallon.
Oh, yeah, we're $3.29, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's still way too much.
Oh, agreed.
Way too much. What do you remember gasoline as when you were a boy?
Well, it used to be $8 a gallon. I mean, 8 gallons for $1, I think, back when I was a kid. So that.
And that was in New Hampshire, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whereabouts in New Hampshire did you?
Well, I grew up in Durham. That's where the university.
Yeah, that's where the university is.
And my dad was on the faculty and the staff.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. So I was a townie.
Mm-hmm.
And,
what did your dad teach?
well, he taught physics.
He did?
Yeah. And then he became the superintendent of properties.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the University of New
The
Hampshire?
university, yeah.
You heard what the physics professor said to the student? He says, what do you know about the speed of light? And the student says, nothing, except it gets here too early in the morning.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And you
Speaking of you were quoting from the professor, there are a couple of quotes I'd just like to give.
Good.
And I think one was from made by the secretary of the Friends there in Ridgefield, a woman by the name of Thea Devine. She writes romance novels, incidentally. But she put it very nicely when she said the library is one of the last bastions of civility.
That's nice.
And then, Charles Schulz put it well in one of his Peanuts cartoons when Linus was boasting to Lucy and Charlie Brown that he'd taken out a library card. And he exclaimed, I have been given my citizenship in the land of knowledge.
Oh, that's good.
So I think that's just a great...
Yeah.
I think that expresses it well.
That's good. Say that one again.
It says, I've been given my citizenship in the land of knowledge.
Good for you,
This was
Linus.
after he got his
Yeah.
library card.
Good for you.
And so many people have said, well, with the internet and all that kind of
I was wondering about
you
that.
don't need books, you don't need newspapers. Okay? And that hasn't been the case.
No, it hasn't.
For each year, the number of books that get taken out and the number of books we have in circulation just keeps going up and up and up. And the children, I think, are the most voracious readers.
Oh,
They'll leave the library and with their folks will be, have an armload of 8 to 10 books. So the kids are getting used to they're used to reading, getting their information from books.
Yeah. Do you think that the internet will replace reference librarians where people call up on the phone to get things?
Yes and no. Maybe there are people like myself that just, we can say we don't know where to go on the internet. there's an awful lot of stuff. In fact, there's so much stuff. I think it's like trying to take a drink of water from a fire hose. You go on the internet and you just it'll go from lead to lead to lead to lead, and click on this, click on this, click on this, and but pretty soon you're so deep into things you've kind of lost where you're going. The other thing is, and I haven't done it enough to know what's really happening, but a lot of the stuff comes on the internet, and I don't know how long it stays on there. If I am doing some research and I reference something that I've gotten off the internet, if somebody wants to go back there 10 years from now, is the reference going to be there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have a hard copy, do you?
That's right. I guess you can print it out for your own.
Yeah, but how do you know what's going to, you have to print out?
Now, maybe some people will say, well, 10 years from now, so much has changed in the world that the information's obsolete.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Yes, things are changing tremendously fast, but there's still lots of things that, basic things you want to be able to go back and look up.
Yeah. Was the library important to you as a youth?
No. I was not a reader as I grew up. But I'm proud to say my son is a reader.
Is he really?
He realized early on that you can read to learn. First you learn how to read, but once you've mastered that reading, then the world is your oyster. You can read and learn anything.
What's his name?
Will.
Will.
That's
right.
for William. But,
and we'll have to say hello to your wife. She couldn't come today?
No.
Yeah.
No, she's tied up.
Yeah. And her name is?
It's French. It's Loire.
Loire.
As in the Loire River.
Right. Oh, yeah. Bob, a whole lot of librarians last Monday descended upon Albany, yet the legislators in New York for libraries, and the legislators were responsive. How is it in Connecticut?
Well, I don't know. There hasn't been this discussion, and especially in North County, which is where Ridgefield, Danbury, with the amount of money it provides for education. Now, granted, that's not the same as provide monies for the libraries. We get money from the town, and of course you could say, well, if the town gets money from the state, then it helps with their budget. The main thing, and we've been very fortunate, we were able to get a $1,000 grant from the state to help support it.
Oh, wonderful!
So yes, there is money, but I don't know of librarians marching on Hartford.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Is there anything else
can't tell you much more about it.
Anything else you can tell us?
Not offhand. That's been appreciated. The town and the Ridgefield Library and the Friends of the Library.
Yes. Now, what did you do? Go up to Route 84 from Ridgefield?
784.
And then you took Tonic, and then you took Route 23.
Yep.
And you're a skier over in these parts too, aren't you?
Well, I ski. I have a lot of fun doing it. And that's no, I ski Wyndham.
Wyndham, New York.
Yeah. In fact, I taught skiing there for about
You
8
taught
years.
it?
Yeah, I was on their regular ski school, but there was a program there for handicapped people, also for seniors.
Oh,
So
really?
I taught it,
Yeah.
and it's just a lot of fun. I enjoy people. I enjoy talking. I just enjoy.
Yeah.
The most satisfying thing is the program was for 8 weeks, and you could see people progressing during those 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Gives you a great feeling.
Remember I told you like to let things slide?
That I like to.
Yeah, if you're a skier, you like to let things
Oh dear.
slide. Yeah.
Oh golly. All right. For sure.
And you heard about the pair of skis that came with a very helpful pamphlet, how to turn them into splints, right?
Well,
how to turn them
we
into
don't
splints.
talk about that.
Oh, we don't talk about that,
Glendora.
right?
No.
And there's 205 bones in the human body. Okay, this is good. I want to be sure that we get the story on the book sale, and I want to be sure that we get the story on the referendum.
Okay.
And anything else in between.
Well, we're just, as I mentioned earlier, our focus right now is getting out and drumming up support in the town to.
How are you going to do that? Your
Well,
TV show will help a lot.
Yeah. Thank you. What we're looking for, there'll be a telephone tree.
Okay.
We'll be putting flyers out.
Okay. I would go to your TV station because you're going to
Yeah.
have a TV show every week.
Okay.
I'd go over there and see David King,
Well, we'll see.
and that would help you raise funds because it's a 501(c)(3). It's a non-profit.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, we're those are the kinds of things we're doing.
Mhm.
We'll put out flyers, letters to the editor, those kind of things.
Well, first of all, or last of all, tell me, did you go to Durham? Did you go to the University of New Hampshire?
Yeah, I went to grade school there.
You did?
Yeah, 1 through 8. No junior high in Durham. It wasn't big